Hello and welcome. This is a yoga practice for anyone who has a stiff low back. Let's come on the mat on all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Find a long spine. And then start with a few rounds of cats and cows. As you exhale, lengthen tailbone down, press the floor away, the back arches up towards the ceiling. Inhale, open the chest, lengthen the tailbone up. Exhale again from the tailbone, lengthen down. Abdominals engaged, cat. And then inhale, find the opposite opening of the spine. So do that a few times, really paying attention to that lengthening of the tailbone down and then lengthening of the tailbone up. Keep your navel engaged in towards the spine at all times. And be mindful of your low back, really connect to how your low back feels today. Let's take this into moving cats and cows. Next time you arch your back, take the seat down towards the heels. Inhale, dive forward, leading with your chest, tailbone lifts. Exhale, lengthen tailbone down, and in that cat position, you sit back again. Again, moving forward, diving forward, elbows bent, chest leads. Exhale, lowering the seat down, really feeling that stretch through the whole spine, all of the back muscles stretching. And we're taking the spine through flexion and extension here. Good, moving on your own breath. Inhale as you dive forward, exhale, and sitting back with that arch back position, keeping the hands in the same place. Good, exhale. Inhale, dive forward, chest opens, tailbone lifts, exhale, sit back down one more time, and then this time, stay there in the child's pose. Take the hands under your forehead and relax your back. Deep breaths here. Really let any tension release from your low back. Then take the hands back under your shoulders, tuck the toes under, and then send your tailbone up and back, downward facing dog. Straighten through the back of each leg by pedaling out the legs. One knee bends, the opposite heel lengthens down. Keep the hands spread really wide on the floor. Relax the head in between the biceps. Keep the tailbone lengthening up and back. Now start on the next inhale, walking your feet towards the front of the mat. You can bend the knees and find your forward fold. Bend your knees generously. Take the hands on the back of your calves. Inhale, flat back, come into half lift. Exhale, back into your forward fold. Relax the head. Once more, inhale, half lift, tummy is engaged. Shoulders draw down and back. Exhale, melt the heart towards the thighs. Now, slowly on the next inhale, roll up through the spine. Keep your tailbone lengthening down, navel drawn in towards the spine. Each vertebrae at a time lengthens up until the crown of the head shines up towards the ceiling. You fully lengthen standing up. Inhale, take the hands on top of your shoulders, and now here roll out your shoulders by doing a few circles with your elbows. Ground the feet down into the earth, and then feel the chest opening as the shoulders open back each time. Deep breaths here. And then release the arms in front of the chest, palms together. Bend your knees and swan dive back into your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, come up to half lift position, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back. Keep the right knee bent. Come up into your low lunge. Keep your hips square. Keep your tailbone lengthening down. Lengthen up through the spine. Hands come on top of the shoulders, and again, shoulder circles. Keep the chest open. Keep pressing through the front foot, the right foot, into the ground. Legs super active and connected. And then the chest feels nice and elongating and widening. Good, one more circle. And then come back down. Release the hands down to the ground. And then come up into runner's lunge, so straightening that left leg, or maybe rocking front and back a few times, really working through that foot, the back foot. Good. Hold that position, nice and long spine. Press through the back heel. And then take that left knee down on the ground. Come back to all fours. And then iron out any kinks in the back and the spine by circling through the hips and circling through the whole frame. You'll feel the whole body following the hips. Elbows stay nice and long. Spine stays elongated in a straight line. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Breathing deeply as you're circling your hips around. Couple more times. Good. Come back to center. Now step your left foot in between your hands. Find low lunge, other side. Press the left foot into the ground. Lengthen tailbone down. Engage your navel in towards the spine. Now hands on the shoulders and shoulder circles. We'll bring those elbows front, up, back and down a few times. And feeling the whole top of the back, thoracic spine engaging, chest opening, and then releasing the hands down on the ground, coming up into runner's lunge. So you'll pick up the knee of that back foot. Do a few rocking side to side, front and back. Good. Then take the knee down on the ground, come back to all fours, spread the knees wide, big toes touch, and then sit back into a child's pose. You can have the arms extending outwards, nice and long, or take the hands under your forehead. And deep breaths to open the back of the rib cage. Now once you're ready, slowly come up. We'll make a transition to seated. Set the hips to one side, swing the legs through, shift forward. Knees bend, take the hands under your thighs. Inhale. Exhale again, think of the tailbone lengthening forward towards your feet as you roll back through the spine. Inhale, you'll lengthen the spine back up. Exhale, and again you roll back, straightening the arms. Inhale, you'll come forward. You can feel that connection into your abdominals, but also connect to your tailbone. Send the tailbone forward as you go back. Then bring the tailbone back up as you straighten the spine. Let's do that a few times. So moving on your own breath here. Exhale as you roll back. That helps you to engage your abdominals more. Inhale as you come back to center. Now lengthen the legs in front of you, keeping the bend in the knees. And then gently fold down, aiming to melt your heart, your chest over your thighs. Relax the head down, and you can hold on to the back of your heels or to the front of the feet. Here, breathing into any stretch that opens. You might find the stretch is quite intense through the back. Keep it manageable. And then slowly roll up. We'll go straight into the hip stretch. Lean back. Place your right ankle over your left thigh. Then bring the legs a little bit closer towards the chest until you start feeling the stretch in the right outer thigh. Breathe deeply here. Again, you might feel stiff on the side, so just be gentle with yourself. Good, let's slide the legs forward. We'll change to the other side. Take the left across the right thigh. Flex that left foot and think of the chest opening towards the knee in front. Inhale, exhale. Deep breaths here. Good, and now soften out of the stretch. We'll make a transition now into supine. So gently roll down to lie on your back. And straight away bring the knees up towards the chest. Give your low back a little attention here. And we'll go and set up now for the bridge pose. Feet hip distance, arms by your sides. Now drive your elbows and your upper arms into the ground. Lower arms raised up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lift the hips up. Keep your glutes and your core engaged. Good. Keep breathing here. Keep driving the elbows down into the earth. And then slowly on the next exhalation, lower the hips back down. Relax the arms by your sides, palms down. Now lift the hips back up again, halfway. Connect the palms under your hips and fold the shoulder blades in towards each other. Now press the palms down into the floor a little bit more. Press into the feet, stay in this bridge pose. Deep breaths in and out. The feeling of opening and widening across the heart and a lot of strength and activation through the legs. When you're ready, separate the arms and then slowly roll down through the spine to lower down all the way onto the ground. Relax the shoulders, ease out tension. Straighten your left leg, right knee comes up, and you're going to take the right knee across to the left with your left hand. Right arm opening out to the side with the palm up. Supine twist. Staying here but not pushing it too much, so just be listening to your low back here. Connect. Make sure your low back, lumbar spine is comfortable. And then slowly with control roll back. The knee comes back to center. We go straight into half happy baby. The right leg lengthens. See if you can pick the outer edge of the right foot. Bend your left knee, place the left foot on the ground, and then here stay in this position, deep, keep opening. Good, and then slowly release the right foot down on the floor, and we'll do the same on the other side. First, the supine twist, picking up the left knee, right leg straightens along the ground, and then taking the left knee across to the right. Again, doing this mindfully, aware of how low back is feeling. Deep breaths in and out. Slowly allow the left knee to come back to center. Bend your right leg, foot on the ground. Pick up the outer edge of your left foot and extend that left leg up. And we're aiming for the ankle to be stacked just right over the knee. Press down on the foot as if you're trying to bring the knee towards the side of your ribs. Deep breaths here. Good. And slowly with support, release the left foot down on the floor. Now take the feet wide on the edge of the mat. Let the knees come together. We just take a couple of breaths here now to rest, to integrate, to recover. One hand can come on the belly, one hand on top of your chest. Just take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. Allow the whole spine to release down. The back of the sacrum to widen and release. Once you're ready, bring the feet a little bit closer, pick up the knees, maybe draw them up in towards the chest. And then slowly roll up to a seated position. Sit cross-legged, bring the palms together to the heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.